Good morning, good morning. I'm in John chapter 11 today, which is about the resurrection of Lazarus. But as you can see, I am surrounded by the products of life, and it's life that I want to talk about for a moment. Here I have a lot of the products of life, wonderful things. And here I have more flowers. This is the product of global warming. I've never had nasturtiums in November before. But anyway, they're beautiful. They're beautiful. I wanted to take a video of the autumn colours, but it's raining. So I've brought them in for you. And here they are. There you go. Life is not just practical. It's beautiful and it tastes nice as well. But where did this life come from? Well, before we go into John chapter 11, I'd like to go back to John chapter 5 for a moment. And it's in verse 26, and Jesus says this, "For the Father who is the source of life," so the Father is the source of the life for all these things. But what's interesting is he has made the Son the source of life. I cannot pass life onto anything that's dead. I can pass life onto my daughter from a cell within myself, a living cell. Excuse me a minute. Trees and plants can pass on life through their seeds, which although they're dormant, they are still alive. Give them a drop of water and off they go. I can't give life to a dead body, but Jesus can. Why? Because God has given him this power. Now, does he expect us to believe that without any evidence? No, he doesn't, which is why we come to John chapter 11. Lazarus, as we know, had died, and Jesus deliberately didn't go there before he died. And of course, Mary and Martha, Lazarus' sisters, are extremely upset. But Jesus says to Martha, "Your brother will rise again." And she says, "Yes, I know. He'll rise in the resurrection on the last day." But to her, that was a long way off. But Jesus said, "I am the resurrection. If you believe in me, even if you die, you will live." And then he proceeds to give us the evidence. And the evidence is he raises Lazarus from the dead. Now, Lazarus had been dead for 4 days, so his body would have decomposed. So how Jesus got those chemicals and all that wonderful elements of life in the body to go back to life normal, I don't know. I've no idea how he did it. But if we remember that Jesus and God are not human, they come from outer space. They come from a higher form of life, a very benevolent form of life, fortunately, and ones that love us, which is extremely incredible. But they can do things that we have no comprehension of, and yet they've given us evidence of it. Lazarus came back to life. And hundreds, if not 1,000 or 2 Jews were witnesses to this, because it happened in Bethany, which is just a couple of miles from Jerusalem. And the Jews from Jerusalem came out because they'd heard of this. Even the scribes and Pharisees heard about it. And they didn't deny that Lazarus had been raised from the dead. Instead, these wicked people, what did they say? They called a meeting. "Here is this man working all these signs, and what action are we taking? If we let him go on in this way, everybody will believe in him, and the Romans will come and destroy the holy place and our nation." Well, that wouldn't have happened. All they were concerned about was their own position. They weren't joyful that Jesus had these wonderful gifts of healing, of giving us food, of resurrecting from the dead. These wicked people, and it goes one step further. And I'm going to stray into John chapter 12 and verse 10, because it says that the chief priests decided to kill Lazarus as well. Why? They wanted to get rid of the evidence. But the evidence has survived them. We have that evidence with us today. This wonderful planet is full of life. Birds and insects in the air, fish and all sorts of creatures in the sea. There's land animals, there's us, there's life everywhere. And now we have the evidence that Jesus can give life even to a dead person. Now, what if you can't believe this? What if religion has put you off any belief in God? Well, all I can think is hedge your bets. Live a good life. Do what the Bible says. Don't take drugs. Don't get involved in horrible things. Don't steal. Don't lie. Living a good life is actually good for you. Your life can have meaning. You can help other people. The Christian has the advantage in that people don't always appreciate what's done for them. They don't always pay back the money that you've helped them with. But we do it for God. Whereas a person without faith in God might find that a bit difficult to cope with. But not to worry, you still have meaning in your life. And when the end of the world comes and you decide, maybe there is a God after all, you will actually be in a good position to say to God, well, I didn't really believe in you, but I did what you said anyway, and here I am. And we hope that, we know that God will take kindly to you because he loves us all so much. And here is the evidence. So, my dear ones, take care. Have faith in the scriptures if you can. And do what you can for your neighbours if you can't. And that's for all of us, of course. God bless you all, my dear ones. Take care.